don't care if you hate sci-fi. This dystopian Netflix series will change your mind. Science fiction can be a pretty polarizing genre. Whether it's aliens, time travel, or futuristic technology, the out-of-this-world elements can sometimes overshadow character development and make it harder for audiences to connect emotionally. But even if you've always sworn you're not a sci-fi fan, there's one Netflix series that will almost certainly change your mind. When Black Mirror debuted in 2011, the idea of an anthology series where every episode told a completely different story might have seemed too experimental to catch on. But once viewers gave it a chance, it quickly became clear this was something special. Created by Charlie Brooker, the series uses science fiction not as spectacle, but as a lens to explore human behavior, fear, and desire in an increasingly digital world. Across its 7 seasons, Black Mirror has become one of the most unsettling and emotionally resonant shows of the last decade. Each episode might hinge on a sci-fi concept, but the heart of the series has always been about humanity. The result is a show that completely transcends its genre and remains endlessly bingeable, even for those who swear they don't like sci-fi. What makes Black Mirror stand out from traditional sci-fi is that it's never just about the futuristic technology or high-concept ideas. It's about the people at the center of each story. Some of the series' most powerful episodes are remembered not for their gadgets or dystopian settings, but for the deeply human emotions driving them, like grief, love, jealousy, and isolation. The technology is there to amplify those feelings, serving as a mirror that reflects our best and worst instincts back at us. Take, for example, one of the best episodes of the whole series, The Entire History of You, from Season 1. It imagines a world where everyone has an implant that allows them to replay every moment of their lives. Liam, Toby Kebbell, grows suspicious that his wife, Effion Jodie Whittaker, is having an affair, which is a very human fear, but is much more amplified by the world they're living in. Liam has the ability to rewind and analyze every second of their shared memories and force others to show him their memories. Written by Jesse Armstrong, who, of course, would go on to create Succession, the episode feels all too real as obsession, mistrust, and heartbreak spiral out of control when memory itself becomes a weapon. Other standout episodes are love stories disguised as science fiction. The beloved San Junipero presents a digital afterlife where consciousness can be uploaded, but at its core, it's a tender romance between Yorkie Mackenzie Davis and Kelly Gugu Mbatha-Raw, who find connection beyond time and mortality. More recently, Hotel Reverie, starring Issa Rae and Emma Corrin, explores similar themes of love and identity through the lens of old Hollywood and virtual reality, exposing just how fragile human connection can be. Regardless of how futuristic or far-fetched the technology seems, Black Mirror always circles back to its characters and how their emotions are magnified by the world around them. If there's one episode that perfectly captures everything that makes Black Mirror so unforgettable, it's USS Callister. What begins as a playful Star Trek homage quickly transforms into a much deeper story about power, control, and loneliness. Jesse Plemons stars as Robert Dolly, a brilliant but socially awkward programmer who builds a virtual world where he can live out his sci-fi hero fantasies and torment digital clones of his real-life coworkers. It's funny, horrifying, and heartbreakingly human all at once. In true Black Mirror fashion, it uses its futuristic premise to explore how very human emotions like isolation and resentment can twist even the most ordinary person into something monstrous. The episode was so wildly successful, winning multiple Emmys and becoming one of the most talked-about entries in the anthology, that creator Charlie Brooker did something Black Mirror had never done before. He gave it a sequel. Season 7's USS Callister Into Infinity follows Nanette Cole, Kristen Milioti, now captain of the Callister, expanding the story's universe while deepening its exploration of power, autonomy, and morality in the digital age. It builds on the original's emotional core while raising new questions about what freedom really means in a simulated world. And given how rapidly AI and virtual identity continue to evolve, it's not hard to imagine Black Mirror revisiting other universes and creating sequels to some of its most eerily relevant stories. Across its 7 seasons, and counting, Black Mirror has remained one of television's most consistently inventive and thought-provoking series. If you've avoided it because sci-fi isn't usually your thing, I say it's absolutely worth giving a shot. Thanks to its anthology format, you can pick any episode that catches your eye, whether it's the concept, the cast, or the story that draws you in. But don't be surprised if, after watching one, you end up watching all 7 seasons. All 7 seasons of Black Mirror are available to stream on Netflix.